Okay, Virgo. This is monthly. Shamrock Tarot, general reading. Rules could be reversed, may not resonate. I was going to do Cancer, but Virgo's here, so that's fine. Excuse me. We are working on allowing, the new beginning, allowing instead of expecting. Let's see, last month, this Angel Wisdom deck over here, that's not Louis, that's Valentine. Valentine. I think Valentine is how you say it for a girl, and Valentine is how you say it for a guy. Just like Valerie. For a girl, it's Valerie. For a boy, it's Valerie. Okay. This month's deck, we have Cryon, Starman, Lightseer. This deck, Anna Stark. In this deck, I have no idea because there's no author on the deck. It's definitely from Wish, but I got it through Amazon. So, it's a very beautiful deck. Archangel Oracle cards. There's no author on the box there. So, okay, let's see. Yes, I studied esotericism for about 5 years now. If you're interested in that, you definitely would have to get done your whatever path you're going. If you're doing Hermes, Gnosticism, or you have to pick a path. You know, you can't, there's no way you can do it all of that. It's way too much. Pick whatever autocrat you're going to study, and you would start off with Alan Watts. Listen to all his broadcasts. It will start repeating itself, so you know that you listen to all of them. Start with him. Very popular in 1960s, very easy to understand, joking, interaction, stuff like that. So, Alan Watts, that's where you want to begin. Oh, I had a passage for you out of the Bible. Hold on. Okay, I finished my undergraduate in 2013. Then I got my master's in religion. Then I did study gems for about 2 years. Gemtology, because it was with the Bible. So in that time frame, I was finishing the Bible. And once you're enlightened, like the Bible, the words, once Jesus comes, you know, the words pop out. They're not little tiny words anymore. Read it a couple times. I wanted to read some of them, like Hebrews. You could read that in a Sunday if you're an advanced reader. I wanted to read, I think, Exodus, and they're like, no, read, like you can read it again, like once you've read it and then read it again and then you start studying it, you can read it like a whole chapter in a Sunday. It's not a big deal. So I read Hebrews last Sunday, and it answered some of your questions here. This is Hebrews. This Bible, this is a study Bible. I recommend it to everybody. It was written in around the 1800s. It's the New International Version. 1843 through 1921. It's a very good book. And then it was revised a couple times. So it's very good. 1800s. You know me and my literature. Okay, so this is Hebrews 5 and 6. It's very good. You'd want to read the whole thing. Okay, so the high priest is selected to offer gifts and sacrifices for sin. We're in the New Testament. This is why he has to offer sacrifices for his own sins as well as for the sins of the other people. You are my son. Today I have become your father. And he says to another place, you are a priest forever. So if you become a high priestess or a priest under God, okay, you're a priest, you know, we only talk in masculine. So priest or high priestess forever. During the days of Jesus' life on earth, he offered us prayers and petitions with loud cries and tears to the one who could save him from death, and he was heard because of his submission. Although he was a son, he learned from obedience, from what he suffered and once made perfect. He became the source of eternal salvation for all who obey him and was designated by God to become the high priest. Okay, then we talk about progression towards maturity. If they fall away, to be brought back to repentance, to be good, because to their loss, they are crucifying the Son of God all over again and subjecting him to public discipline, public shaming. You get publicly shamed. That's what happens. I was telling somebody that stuff is posted from the beginning of time. Who's beheaded, in what sins, beheaded, hung, whatever. It's all public announced. Just like things are right now, publicly announced. We just depend on the news. If nobody calls the news, it's not going to be broadcasted. You have to look, it's there, just the news wasn't called. So just to say, it's still public information. Publicly announced. It's written somewhere. Anyways, lots of tiger's eye came through for this month, and red jasper. Still, amethyst has been coming in very strong. In the cornalini, that's feminine. Black onyx. Smoky corset. And this is tanzanite. I have some beautifully blown tanzanite. $35. Can't wear them though in the sun. Lots of stones fade in the sun, so you gotta be careful. And crystals and gemstones are not the same thing. All my jewelry is all natural gemstones. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. My bracelets are $35. They're all handmade. Alright, enough about me. Ten of Swords in reverse. Deck's upright. The Hangman in reverse. You get too stuck on trying to figure out why people did something to you. Like that investigator, like you do with your readings. We're supposed to be going with the flow. Time's running short. Oh, there you are, Empress, front and center. There she is. That's why with my last betrayal, I didn't do anything. I didn't even read him yet. He was born on the cusp, but I told him that he was a Cancer. I was like, it goes by your birth chart. And he was listening to the Geminis the whole time. I'm like, those weren't for you. I didn't even know he was listening to them. I was just trying to, go with the flow. I knew, he was a criminal. I just look at it this way. Any of the criminals I've been with, all of them in the long time from the beginning of time were criminals. They all, did very vicious things. So that stuff carries over. He did his jail time. Once someone does their jail time, they do their jail time, After 10 years, stuff can be expunged. So you got to keep that in mind too with people. I know it's hard. I had a very hard life. Very hard. That's why I just been trying to go with the flow. Don't even think about or worry about anything. My husband was a good guy. He was a very boring one. Oh my God. Wish fulfillment, 4 cups. I'll start doing some spreads later on. Now I just let the energy flow with them. Okay, you're not going to figure out the esotericism until you pick a route. Brotherhood studies, whatever you are going to study. Gnosticism, there's all different types of them. Yeah, it's all hidden. You're not going to, until it starts clicking and you become part of something, then, you know, that's why it's called the secret societies. Five of Pentacles, you're lacking, yeah, like what I'm saying, you're lacking that spiritual growth here. That picking aside, there's a key, but you get too lost in investigating stupid shit. You know, it's in the past, let it go. I mean, it's sitting here right on the table. Right there. Right there in your mind. Yeah, of course. There's, you know, yeah, it's the same thing. This commitments. You want a victory and success, new passionate beginning, but there's a devil, you know, he's tied to the devil. Tied to a devil, has a hex something on him. And you need to cut him out. You need to go in that Queen of Swords and detach. Stop thinking about it and go. There's more important things. That's what that bird is trying. Birds not only bring in messages, but they lift you back up to where you need to go. Or, you know, if you're working on your air energy, the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, wherever that is in your chart, that detaching. And it's not thinking about overanalyzing. You're already smart. You already know everything. It's waiting for your next journey, waiting for your next mission to come in. This next commitment coming in. And you're waiting patiently, letting the breeze fall through, letting that water come in and cleanse you. You have your warrior sandals on. You're guarded and protected, but you're still open. You're open to receive. You're open to let that bird lift you up back to the watchtower or tower where you need to be, okay? There's the Enoch too theory. There's all kinds of theories, you know, so that's what the Gnosticism does. It kind of breaks down the religion theories. So that's where you're stuck there, the difference between, and if you're not going the Jesus route, whatever route, I mean, you have to pick a side. The middleman always, the messenger always gets killed. So you need to pick a side. And there's always light in the dark and dark in the light. Anything else out of this deck? Yeah, change, High Priestess. Something about your High Priestess. You need to change the way that you're viewing things. The spinning. They're still waiting to crown you in your sainthood. Because you're stuck there. See the light and the dark, the yes and the no, the yin and the yang. Virgo, please. Headaches, too much studying, too much reading. You gotta make time for everything. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna squeeze in my sights. No, it's that allowing. Every Sunday I sit down and I listen to God and I do my ceremony and I read the Bible till about, for like 4 hours. I dedicate that to Him. So I get very mad when people, interrupt me. And I do my meditation in the morning and in the evening. My daughter's good at respecting that. My son was not. King of Wands. Taking action. Two of Swords at crossroads. Are you blindfolded or do you have a mask on? You need to make up your mind what side you're on. You're still crying and upset about something. The devil, confirming the devil. I mean, is that you or is that you're seeing these patterns now? If you made a deal with the devil, commitment with the devil, yeah, you're stuck with that. But you don't have to keep allowing him to come in. Yeah, you might have to move. I moved. This is like my 11th move, 11th or 12th move. That's that Jesus, letting Jesus in. Breaking away from the old into the new. We don't do rituals anymore. We don't do sacrifices anymore. We don't, control people anymore. If you have ties from you from the past, you wear your bracelets, the energy's opposite. Instead of attracting, you're giving. Healing from this. Are you blindfolded or do you have a mask on? You're at your crossroad. You need to make up your mind. Wolf, that is Libra. Lupus is the wolf energy. So it's the constellation that sits behind Libra. If I do reading birth charts, I don't know how much I charge them, but it's not the same as like what you would get. I interpret it of how to use that energy for yourself, to benefit from yourself, to break free from, the devil, the old patterns. And yeah, it's going to take all your strength and courage, and you're going to be tired. You're going to start getting tired. And crying, you do cry a lot because you're releasing your body is naturally, your soul is crying for how wicked the world is. And you're going to be crying for a very long time until your eyes dry out. So where are you in your meditation? Are you in your temple still? Did you go through that door and go down into the basement? Did you fight that? Did you fight your ego yet? That's what that is. Is that what you're doing here? Yes, it's very scary. You have to fight it. You had to face it. You have to face yourself. You had to face that inner demon. We all had to do it. That's why it says we're born into sin. These patterns of who you become as a human in this lifetime. And it's okay. We all have egos. Letting go of them old patterns from past lives. Yeah, you're at a crossroad with this victory for yourself. At the bridge. There's another bridge after you're crying. You cry. I wrote a nice passage on it. I had to go through my jump drive. You cry. And then after that, that's when the rainbow appears. When you're crying and the clouds are clearing and you're crossing this pathway, you're crying. And that's how the rainbow appears. And that's Aphrodite. That's the peacock. That's the Venus energy going into love. So that's what it looks like you're burdened over. You let go of these loves, which is good. Yes, this going into this, the King and Queen of Swords energy, cutting people out, detaching from people, and then the King of Swords normally has his sword around over his heart and was like, I said what I said, enough is enough, and I am not going back on my word. And then your blessing comes in here. Here we go again with the Ace of Pentacles, confirming the Ace of Pentacles. Your blessing from God. And you're having a tower over this. Kaboom. Your thought patterns are completely changing. And that's what awakening and enlightened is. Awakening is believing and seeing the truth. And enlightened is when your eyes light up and you let the spirit inside of you. Closing oracles for Virgo, please. Living in the light, see the beauty in life, the tree of life, mindful wisdom, there's more Libra energy to Owl, creating inner harmony, energy signature, the past is the present, yeah, that's that releasing still, ground your light, let your soul shine, connecting with the solar energy instead of the earth energy, but being connected at the same time, that's also The tree energy, the tree of light, the cabal. Letting go of the old into the new. Clairvoyance, Archangel Ezekiel. Notice the loving guidance guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Sorry, it's very small writing. Passion, Henel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love, life, and career. Feeling sexually frustrated still. Brilliant idea, Ariel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Oh, look at that, 9D. Gotta get on that unicorn, girl. Moon cycles. You're going to be jumping off the moon and trusting. There's your unicorn. Concentrate on your unicorn. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Mother. Ask what your unicorn's name is. Counselor. Azrael. You are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and resources. Talk to you later. Bye.